What is going on, everybody? Didn't even make sure that my headphones were working. Hold on, let me get this all fixed. How's everybody doing today? It's gonna be an exciting stream. Dude, honestly, like above like playing like games and stuff, like the reacting to the scary videos has to be hands down my favorite thing to do on stream. 100%. I'm gonna say oof. Okay. Oh yeah, let me share the stream. Yeah. But how's everybody doing? If you can't tell, I'm a little bit sick. I don't know what it is. There's something with my voice. I woke up this morning. It was like my voice. Oh, so that's working. I woke up and like my voice was kind of raspy. I hope it doesn't get worse, but you know, it's whatever. Let me share the stream real quick and then we'll get right into the video. I have the videos pulled up. Actually, let's do this real quick. Boom. We'll share that around. Awesome. There we go. Okay. Sorry that I'm wearing like a wife beater. It's just that I'm about to go to class or training. I train in MMA and this is what I decided to wear today. And it's not that, doesn't look that nice on camera, but you know, it's just meant to sweat in, bro. So anyway, bear with me. This is the video that I want to react to and we're just going to try our best to debunk it. So let's get right into it. Okay. Damn, it's loud. Sir Spooks.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content.
Bet that's a museum. I bet that's a museum. I've been wanting to go to a museum the past few months so badly, bro.
Alright, with that said.
But this video might change my mind. If some scary shit happens in a museum, I might change my mind on that. May just visit a park.
Let's begin.
Okay.
The first entry for today comes to us from the TikTok account Hats Off to the Energy, who says her sister is fixing up an old cabin located somewhere in Oregon.
Okay.
But she keeps getting interrupted by her dog.
Is that even worth fixing up? Like, be honest. That shit falling apart.
Who seems really freaked out by something. On top of that, her toddler apparently keeps talking to someone who isn't even there. In the clip here, we watch as the uploader films the outside of the cabin when all of a sudden, something genuinely eerie happens.
Okay.
There's something moving in the door. The thing is, that door in there is really stiff.
No one alive is there? What do you mean by that?
There's nothing hanging there.
I also don't see anything.
It's creepy. It's gotta be something. I don't know what the f. It just, what the f.
Okay, I see that. Immediately, right off the bat, that's just a curtain. That's just like a piece of cloth blowing in the wind. All right? You're not gonna get me. We're debunking.
If you look at the top balcony, you can see some sort of creepy entity peering down at the uploader before it slowly creeps its way back inside the cabin.
Creeps its way? It's a curtain.
While the uploader watches in complete shock and awe. Many people in the comments speculated that the figure might just be a curtain blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
However, in a second video, the uploader revisits the spot and seems to debunk that theory by showing there are no curtains hanging in that area at all.
She took it down. Oh my god.
Making the original clip even more unsettling. Later, she walks us through the inside of the cabin and explains that a couple used to live there decades ago. The husband eventually passed away,
Zero sugar,
and it looks
baby.
like all of their belongings were left behind. The place feels frozen in time. If the figure wasn't just a coincidence or trick of the eye, then something unexplainable may really be going on.
She went up there and took the sheet down.
Whether it's the lingering energy of the previous residents or something else entirely, the vibe of this place definitely leans toward the haunted. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I'm not gonna comment. That one, whack. Wasn't even scary.
Over on TikTok, a man named Josh Robillard uploaded a video documenting some truly terrifying activity happening in his home. Okay. At the start of the video...
Also, real quick, sorry for pausing so much. If you guys are watching this video on YouTube, whenever it goes on YouTube, do you guys think that I should start going live on TikTok at the same time that I go live on Twitch? Let me know. I think it would be a good idea.
Josh explains that he just got back from work and says there should be absolutely no one in the house at that time of day. However, he says that as he pulled into the driveway, something instantly caught him off guard. Let's take a look.
I just pulled up. And
as you can see, a dark figure is clearly visible looking out the window of Josh's house. But when he rushes inside to investigate just moments later, he finds nothing.
There we go.
No sign of forced entry, no lingering presence. It's as if the figure vanished into thin air, like it was never really there to begin with. In a second video uploaded later on, Josh is simply trying to unwind when he hears loud knocking sounds coming from somewhere downstairs. Naturally, he grabs his phone to document what's going on, and it only gets creepier from there.
Bro's just flexing that he has a 3-story house. That's all he's doing.
not again.
Never mind, it's not a flex. I take that back right now.
Hello?
No.
Hello?
I'm selling the house. At that point, bro, I'm selling the house. Yeah, dude, the house is sold. It's yours. It's yours. Discount. Discount.
No, I don't think so. No. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Actually, though, like the, what is it? I don't know how to word it. Yo, what's up, Kalsurtsk? Kalsurtsk? Like the dog in me wants to go down there and just start throwing hands at whatever ghost is down there. I know I'd get fucked up, though. But that's just what I would want to do.
Downstairs, a light flashes rapidly,
now
and
that I'm
even
seeing
more
it again,
disturbingly, a
maybe
child's
not.
rocking horse begins moving by itself. The video ends shortly after, leaving us with more questions than answers.
I don't see any string.
When taken together, these two clips paint a pretty unnerving picture. It's one.
Yo, I already got to use the bathroom. Here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna react to this. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. It's Casey or Unicorn. Oh, what's up, Unicorn? I'll be right back. Let's do.
For shutting down the Department of Education, and we're going to be taking a deeper look at the issues in the coming days. But broadly speaking, Domenico, platform were enacted. Shit.
Let's do.
Video Shine when we made it. When I had some friends that made it, and they would make it with like cinnamon actual. Oh my god!
Oh Jesus!
Oh, hold on. Let's,
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Emergency video.
Okay, I'm back. All right, let's get back to this. Yo, Razor, I was on time, by the way. I was just trying to fix the camera or whatever. But yeah, let's get into it. What's enhanced bitrate? Like, I've been streaming for a long time. I don't know what bitrate means. What? Yo, Razor, I was on time, by the way. I was just trying to... That's embarrassing. All right, let's get back into reacting to these videos.
One thing to see a mysterious
Razor,
figure
ban
in a window,
Razor.
but to then have physical activity, noises, lights, objects moving on their own,
Basically quality.
suggests this might be more than just a one-time haunting. Whether it's something demonic or just incredibly persistent, you can't blame Josh if he decided to pack up and leave for good.
Y'all want to know a fun fact?
Some viewers have speculated whether this could be a hoax, but there's nothing conclusive to support that.
Fun fact, Razor in the chat. I looked it up. And bro hangs outside people's windows and shit sometimes. I'm just saying.
Idea either way. Whether you believe it or not, there's no denying the eerie vibe these videos give off. Hopefully, Josh found a way to either cleanse his home or move somewhere far, far away. What do you think's going on here? Something paranormal or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments.
Razor banned Razor, dude.
TikTok user Paranormal with Liv posted
Yo,
a chilling
she's
series
bad,
of videos
what?
that have been raising eyebrows across the platform.
She bad.
The first video, uploaded in May of 2025, shows Liv lying in bed just trying to relax for the
Turn the
evening.
volume all the way up.
But things take a disturbing turn when
Oh,
she
we
hears
good.
scratching noises coming from the room across
Not true
the
at
hall.
fucking all. All
And
right,
then
whatever, bro.
this happens.
Whatever you say. I didn't know that was like private information since it's publicly documented, but whatever. Oh my god!
At first, it's just quiet scratching, but then the string lights in her room are suddenly yanked down by what appears to be an invisible force.
L cat, by the way, aren't cats supposed to be like on guard and shit when there's ghosts around? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure cats are supposed to be like meowing and shit if there's a ghost around. That's like their only responsibility as a cat.
It's an intense escalation.
No, that's dogs?
And you
Oh,
can tell
alright.
from Liv's reaction that she's
My bad.
absolutely terrified. Honestly, if that happened to me, I'd probably react the same way.
No way.
In a second clip, Liv and her boyfriend return home after a DoorDash run, only to see something unsettling as they pull into their parking spot.
Someone's lights on. It's probably someone behind the door. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. We're debunking these. So far, right off the bat, what do we think's happening here? It's late at night, but it doesn't look, it could be any time. It could be 8 p.m. or no, probably 9 p.m., but it also could be like 4 a.m. I'm gonna say it's 10:30 at night. All right. This is some shit that I would do. You spelling debunking wrong. What are you talking about? What did I? Oh my god, dude! If you're right, bro, you're banned. Oh my god, you're banned. Get out of here. Okay. So this is some shit that I would do. Put a sheet over my head and like just hang out in the living room, like spinning in circles and shit. I don't know. I'm like 8 years old, but 26 at the same time. So far, this ain't scary. This is some shit that I would do. That's what I think's going on. This is some 26-year-old dude, got off work, has nothing else to do, hanging out in the living room, spinning in circles with a sheet over his head. There's probably a kid in there. I was gonna say a kid, but it's like it's late at night. How many kids, you know, they should all be in bed by like 8. I don't know. That's my theory so far. Yeah, see, that's some shit that I would do. That's not scary. That's some shit that I would do.
Looking up at their window, they spot what looks like a dark, hooded figure staring out at them. And just as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanishes from view.
Not scary.
By the third video, both Liv and her boyfriend are visibly shaken and hesitant to even walk into their own home. But when
She got a boyfriend, whatever. That's me spying on my neighbors. Bro, imagine you're just like hanging out with your cat. You got a sheet over your head and you drop down and like, you know, sometimes you like wrap your cat in a sheet and you like hang out in this little bubble of air with your cat. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Do that for a couple minutes, look out your window, and there's 6 neighbors all recording you. Just with their phones, so it's just recording you, like, I don't know.
they finally do, they're greeted by something downright bizarre.
Okay, so there's more.
So I'm at our house, but the blanket is on the floor. You guys, if you guys saw my last video, it was hung up.
Oh, that
right
was
there.
their own house. It wasn't even a neighbor.
What the?
The tack in a pile. Like, I could see them, like, just falling off the wall, but, like, I had...
How are they, like, all in a pile like that? What?
Coincidence.
A blanket is seen lying on the floor, and on top of it is a neat pile of tacks. No clear explanation, no apparent disturbance, just another strange and unsettling development. Some viewers have wondered if this could be a clever hoax or a series of staged events, but nothing about Liv's reactions or the way the clip playing out feels overly dramatized.
If y'all think different, ban them.
If anything, the rawness of the footage makes it feel even more believable. Whether this is a haunting, a prank, or something else entirely, this series definitely taps into something primal.
Maybe this fell in the same place. That's what I'm saying,
about
bro. It was all coincidence. That shit just like, it just so happened. Like, yeah, okay, that's kind of crazy. Like, what? But like, dude, it's not no ghost.
Own homes becoming unfamiliar. Let me know what you think. Is this real paranormal activity or just a very well executed setup?
It's a setup. It's a setup. It's a setup. That's all it is. It's a setup. Because her TikTok name, look, unless I'm tripping, her TikTok name is like paranormal something. So like her TikTok revolves around paranormal shit. That was set up. I'm not falling for it. Ban anybody that disagrees. Hey, we got Razor
on September 22nd, 2009 by
featuring
YouTuber
Razor
known as Blackwing96.
He's faking?
Shows a young teen explaining that he's been hearing bumping noises coming from upstairs, right where his room is. As he makes his way up, it doesn't take long for things to get seriously creepy.
Oh, I thought it was.
I've been hearing some bumping noises upstairs, like right where my room is.
That has to be you, bro.
I'm gonna take a look at. Come on.
That's a sibling watching TV.
Okay.
Someone is for sure fucking up there. I was gonna say, I didn't want to pause it so soon. I was gonna say, His older sister is babysitting him. Parents are out on vacation or something. Older sister's babysitting him. She got boyfriend over. They got the TV turned up and they smashing. Debunked. If you disagree, you're banned.
What's that?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. He's about to walk into something that he's not going to want to walk into, right? Bro.
At around the 12-second mark, you can hear strange voices coming from his room, and about 30 seconds later, there's a loud sound, possibly a door slamming, followed by a series of knocking noises.
Yeah, sister and the boyfriend
when he
got
enters
spooked.
the room, everything seems normal at first, but that quickly changes.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to say.
He bumped the counter. That's all it was. Excuse me.
Oh, can you do that again?
Why is this house so dark, but it's light outside? I'm judging this guy.
Fuck this.
How are we gonna explain that one? How are we gonna explain that one? Dude only has 100 subscribers, so there's no chance that he's already like, you know, clickbaiting this hard. Strong gust of wind. Let's replay that. Let's replay that. Let's replay that.
Oh,
let's break everything down. Room's already messy-ish. I would say that's messy. So, and setting a cup on the counter that close to the counter, that's risky. That's a risky move. Even if there's nothing in it, it's glass. Anybody with half a brain's not setting their cup on the counter with it hanging over the edge that much. Even if it's a little bit. It's going to be further toward the middle of the desk. Okay? The video started like he was already in the room. Okay? What I think happened, bro's got some fishing string hooked to the cup. He bumped the desk with his hip, acted like he was scared. You could tell in his voice. Watch. What the? Yeah, bro's faking it. I'm not falling for it. He's got some fishing string. He's pulling that shit. Low subscribers will make you do whatever you can for some views. Bro's clickbaiting the fuck out of us. If you disagree, you're banned.
Oh, can you do that again?
Watch, he's about to pull it. Notice. Watch how it goes toward him. Towards him, okay? Watch, we'll do it slow-mo. How do we do that? Which one is slow-mo? This one, huh? Watch how it goes toward him. That's what I'm saying, bro. Clickbaited the fuck out of us. Yep. Next. That's why the handle facing toward him and it went toward him as well. As it fell. Yes. Yes. Debunked. All the lights off, or all the lights are off in his house when it's daytime outside. Like, yeah, bro's just trying to clickbait us.
Suddenly, the cup sitting on his dresser moves on its own. There's no one near it. Blackwing 96 is clearly stunned and stumbles on his words in disbelief. He nervously asks the spirit if it can do it again, and it does. The cup is knocked off the dresser and hits the floor, sending him fleeing in terror. Unfortunately, Blackwing 96 hasn't posted anything in over 14 years, so an update is unlikely.
Bro, that video did not hit like he wanted it to, and he gave up on YouTube. Alright.
Still, the video remains one of those early internet uploads that stuck with viewers over the years. Some believe it may have been a clever setup, but there's something about the raw, unpolished nature of the footage and the genuine sounding reaction that makes it hard to shake. Whether real
Unless he's clickbaiting us even harder. He's waiting 14 years to drop another banger because he wants people to think that he like disappeared from this ghost or whatever. Bro's playing it smart. I don't care. Bro's playing his move smart. He's being patient with this.
Faked, it's still one of the more memorable early examples of a so-called poltergeist caught on tape.
All right, let's see what number 7 is. So far, we're debunking all of these.
In February of 2025.
Debunked already. That's a dead T-Rex. It's not even real. That's bones.
TikTok user
Not
Ginger
scary.
and the Foxes posted a video of herself walking around a dinosaur museum at an undisclosed location.
Okay.
At first, everything seems normal.
Yo, she bad, bro. She bad. Bro, what are these fake ass videos? That's what I'm saying. We're debunking all of them.
As she casually explores the place. She eventually stops in front of a large pterosaur model and remarks how scary it looks. But just as she's filming, something happens that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention.
Well,
Excuse me, we're paying attention.
this is... That's a little disconcerting. That thing is huge! Imagine trying to run away from that. No thanks, Jurassic Park.
CGI. Easy.
Gee.
That was the easiest one.
If you watch closely, you can
Batty,
spot a moment
yeah.
where it looks like the pterosaur's head moves just slightly, but
Okay.
enough to catch the eye if you're...
If that wasn't CGI, that was just angles. It's the angle of it. Yeah, that's all it was. The angles of it. Because of course that head's not going to move. That's a prehistoric animal.
really looking for it. It's a blink and you'll miss it kind of moment, but if the clip is legit, it raises some weird possibilities. Could something paranormal have briefly taken control of this dinosaur statue?
No, not at all.
Sure, it might have been a trick of the light, or even subtle camera movement.
Wait!
But if not...
Wait, here's another thing. Hold on, hear me out. Hold on. I gotta do one of these. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if, okay, what if this animal was trying to see some ass? All right? Bear with me. Bear with me. Bro's just trying to see some ass. Prehistoric. It ain't never seen no ass before. Why is this shit so zoomed in? Hold on, let me zoom out. What the fuck? Ain't no reason we gotta be this zoomed in, camera. It's zoomed in to the max. Okay. Yeah. What if Buddy's just trying to see some ass because he ain't seen ass since prehistoric times? I don't blame him. I don't blame him either.
Then even museums might not be safe from eerie forces.
That one was easy.
This Reddit post from the UFO subreddit is absolutely fascinating, to say the least.
Okay.
The video in question was recorded on June 10th, 2025 at around 3:15 p.m.
Let's
local
see what's
time
cooking here.
in a rural area near Yumbo, Colombia. Take a look at the footage.
All right, we got to study this one. This is one of those study. Huh. Okay. All right, disco ball. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. What I think this one is. Let me know y'all's opinions in the comments. Like, what do y'all think this is? What I think this is. I don't know nothing about track and weather, right? I'm just a streamer dude, trains, MMA and works a job and just does stupid shit. I know nothing about track and weather. But that's a drone inside of a ball. And as it flies through the air, it collects the condensation in the air. And it gives them knowledge, like what the weather's like. Because like they said, this is in a rural area. This looks like she's on some type of farm or something. Like these have to be plants, right? So this is, yeah, what you say. It's a balloon in the wind. I agree. But I think it's some type of weather balloon. so that they could track what kind of weather it is, but you know, just to give them knowledge on how to go forth with their plants to make sure that their plants are good for the season. All right, that's nothing creepy. It's just a drone inside of a ball. All right, they have those. That's what I'm saying. Just collecting data. That's all it is. And look, dog, if that was an alien, you would think that they would be a little bit bigger or scarier or something. Cause like aliens ain't dumb if they're that advanced where they're on this planet and they're doing some shit like that, like flying around. They're gonna know that how humans are. Motherfuckers just be throwing rocks at shit. We should be shooting shit out the sky if we don't know what it is. No way they're coming in like a little iron ball like that, right? Like, so that can't be alien. That can't be alien. They're smarter than that. Yeah, that was easy.
The footage lasts just over a minute and is mesmerizing to watch from start to finish. What stands out is the sphere itself. It appears to have a distinct band wrapping around its midsection, which makes it look even more mysterious.
Nah, what that band is so you can open it and pull your drone out and collect all your data.
Interestingly, other similar sightings have been reported in the past, often near power lines or in populated regions. Videos like this have raised a lot of questions among viewers. What are these things? Why do they show up where they do? And perhaps the biggest question, what are they doing here?
Tracking the weather.
Could this be a genuine UFO sighting, or is it something else entirely that we still don't understand? Let me know what you think down below.
That one was easy. Number 5. So far, y'all, we've debunked everything so far. And I think that we've debunked everything with 100% accuracy. Shout out to chat.
Over on the Bigfoot subreddit, Reddit user Unique at 1100 shared an intriguing video that's had people talking ever since it was posted a few weeks ago.
Okay, let's see.
In the clip, we watch as someone films a quiet forested area during the evening in an unspecified location.
Right.
For the first 15 seconds or so, not much happens, but then the camera zooms in and things get a lot more interesting.
Okay. Just a person in the woods, bro. Oh, a gorilla.
Are you kidding me right now?
A gorilla or a person? So far, what do y'all think this one is? I think that's a gorilla or a person. They said they're in a forest, right? It's not uncommon to see animals in the forest. They never said where they're at in the world, so I'm going to assume it's a place where there's gorillas. Based on the head and the back and the shoulders. Like, look at this. Look at this muscle right here. That has to be a gorilla back. I'm thinking this is a silverback gorilla. And what it's doing? Human in a costume? Yeah, that's another theory. That's another theory. Let's see. Lowest quality video ever, too, by the way.
Are you joking right now?
Dude, I say gorilla. Look at the face right here. Look at the face. That's a gorilla face if I've ever seen one. Silverback.
A mysterious figure can be seen moving through the trees. It appears to be cautiously looking around, maybe checking if anyone's nearby. While it's unclear whether it noticed the person filming, it definitely seems to be alert to something. Could this be the elusive Bigfoot? The shape and posture certainly line up with common descriptions.
Not a Bigfoot, bro. This looks like gorilla territory. This is silverback gorilla, alright?
Though unfortunately, we don't get a clear enough view to say for sure. Still, it's a fascinating piece of footage that's bound to stir up debate. So what do you think? Could this actually be Bigfoot, or is it just another misidentified figure in the woods?
Silverback gorilla. This was the easiest one. That was the easiest one. Let's see what number 4 looks like. Let's see what number 4 holds. Okay.
This video, posted to TikTok by Ghosts on Camera 1, appears to showcase exactly what the—
Already, I'm gonna say it. If your username is Ghost on Camera, I'm already thinking that you're gonna be setting some shit up. So I'm already like, all right, we'll see what you're talking about. Let's see.
Username promises. It starts with the uploader casually sitting at home when out of nowhere, the doorknob behind him begins to rattle violently. According to him, this strange activity has been happening ever since he moved in, despite the building being brand new.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've been moved in, this has been happening.
Ooh.
Brand new build.
Okay, let's try and break this one down. It couldn't have been string, bro, because from that angle that he's at, hold on, let's replay that. That can't be string, bro. To pull it down like that, he would have to, I don't know how he'd be doing. I mean, I guess it's possible, but with the sun shining at that angle, you have to see some sort of string, right? Let's see. Let's play this slow-mo. We really got it. This one's deep. This one's deep. We're going extra slow. Pause. No string, bro. No string. You said someone on the other side, but he walked in there and there's no one there. All right, so we're ruling out string. No, dude, there's no string.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in.
And look, as he stood up, it moved a little bit. Look. Watch. It's gonna jerk a little bit.
Been happening ever since we've moved
as he's standing up.
In.
Boom. You see that? All right, keep that in mind. So if someone's in this room, they have like less than a second to hide. They had enough time to go somewhere else. Look at this. Watch.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in.
Bro's 3 steps from the door and it just moved. He didn't give them time to hide.
Since we've been moved in.
Wait a minute.
This has been happening.
Wait a minute. Maybe you're onto something. Check this out. I just noticed something. Okay. Obviously no one's here. What if they just dove? Wait. I think the bed's pressed against the wall. Oh, the bed's pressed against the wall, so that's not a possibility. That bed's pressed against the wall. See? Because there's something right here against the wall, and it's lined up with the mattress. So that's not a possibility. There's no one hiding on the other side of this mattress. This one's tough. This one's tough. But you know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? Honestly, Ghost caught on camera. That's his username. His TikTok username. Paranormal stuff goes viral. You know what bro did? He ordered a handle off Amazon that is like, it can move the door automatically. You know what I'm saying? Like, it automatically moves it. Yeah, that's what I think happened. He ordered something off Amazon, installed it to his doorknob so that he could film videos like this to try and go viral. And the doorknob is moving on its own because of the device that he installed into his doorknob. Boom.
We've been moved in. This has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. Happens that often. The handle is even loose.
The handle's loose because he installed something. Okay. Wait, hear me out. What if he opened the door, someone hid on the wall right next to the door, and when he walked in, he moved far enough to where the person next to the wall could walk out the room? let's see. Let's study that.
Activity has been happening ever since you moved in, despite the building being brand new.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in.
Alright, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. So you said, wait, hear me out. What if he opened the door, someone hid on the wall right next to the door, and when he walked in, he moved far enough to where the person next to the wall could walk out the room? Okay, let's see. Because look, I want to make something clear.
Since we've moved in.
It moved right there, and bro's already standing up. He's 3 steps away from opening his door. 1, 2, 3 steps. If they were on all fours, you'd see him right here. I mean, dude. And he didn't open the door all the way.
Ever since you've moved in.
Did he?
It's been...
Nah, see, if the door would have been open all the way. If the door would have been opened all the way, that would have made more sense.
Ever since you...
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe that person snuck out and like instinctively like grabbed the door and like started closing it behind them.
Moved in. It's been happening.
I think that's what it was. W Razor. Someone gift Razor 1,000 gifted. That's why he showed the bed first. Yeah. Someone gift Razor 1,000. I think that's what happened.
Really, really fed up with this. It's all the time at the moment.
That one was difficult. That one was difficult, but we debunked it.
Even when he gets up to investigate, there's nothing visibly causing the disturbance. No one's behind the door, and there's no obvious draft or vibration that could explain the movement. Surprisingly, the man doesn't seem frightened at all, just visibly annoyed, calling the whole situation more frustrating than frightening.
So he opens it, aims the camera this way. Buddy that's moving the doorknob snuck out behind him because he opened the door all the way. The dude that snuck out grabbed the door and closed it behind him.
Honestly, that
so
reaction
that it looks
is
like
kind
this.
of refreshing.
Easy. Debunked.
We're so used to seeing people scream and panic during paranormal events, but in this case, he's just fed up with it. Still, there's something particular.
But the thing that, where was the footsteps? Where was the footsteps though? Look.
Even when he gets up to investigate, no obvious draft or vibration that could frighten at all, just visibly annoyed, calling the whole situation more frustrating. We're so used to seeing people. Still, there's something.
Happens that often.
I want to hear for footsteps, so listen close.
Ever since you've been moved in, this has been happening.
Yeah, it's carpet too, and he started talking right when it... Alright, we'll just say that one's debunked. That was the hardest one, but I think we debunked it.
Frustrating than frightening. Brand new home. You'd expect this kind of activity in an old creaky house with a long history.
Consider it debunked!
Not a recently built property. Unless, of course, the land it was built on has its own story to tell. Whatever the case may be, let's hope this strange doorknob activity stops soon.
Also, what was bro doing in the living room? TV wasn't on. Right? So he was just sitting in the living room doing nothing with it, like doing nothing. There's no book on the counter. There's no book on the couch. Bro was just watching TikTok. All right.
And that this guy can finally get...
Let's go into number 3, baby. Oh.
This next story comes from the interdimensional NHI subreddit, which is focused on all things UFO and non-human intelligence related. And this video in particular has been getting a lot of attention. Luckily, there's some helpful context surrounding this one. Investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp released this footage, which was captured by the US military and officially classified as a UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, by the US intelligence community. The object seen in the video has been described as disc-shaped and appears to make precise, intelligent maneuvers, without showing any signs of thermal propulsion. That alone sets it apart.
This one's easy. I'll say it. They've already confirmed that aliens are real. It's just a UFO. We know that there's UFOs. We know that aliens are real. That one's just an alien. That one's just a UFO. Simple. We don't even need to watch this full one. That's just an alien. It's just a UFO.
From any known aircraft. The incident
Debunked.
reportedly happened on November 23rd, 2020 at 11:13 UTC, and the location was pinpointed to these coordinates.
Or AI.
The footage was recorded using FLIR, forward-looking infrared, a type of military.
But look, the government's already come out that aliens are real. UFOs, UAPs, all that. What is there to talk about? That's just a UFO. That's just a UAP. That's a big balloon. Could also be a big balloon.
Military-grade thermal imaging. But
it could just be clouds moving and that's like an eclipse. This one, debunked.
Despite using that tech, the object gives off no heat signature at all. The craft also made a sudden change in direction, again with no visible means of propulsion.
Again, my theory, it's a UAP. We all know aliens exist. We all know that shit's real, so that's what it is.
And some reports even mention brief atmospheric disturbances during the encounter. Even after analysis, no one seems to know where this thing came from, what it's doing, or how it even works. That of course only adds to the mystery surrounding UAPs like this.
Yeah, that debunked. We already know. That was probably the easiest one, besides the gorilla one. That was probably the easiest one.
TikTok user Flat7Ghost was just relaxing.
Again, if your TikTok username revolves around ghosts, I'm immediately suspicious to what you're about to show me. We're about to debunk this. Let's go.
Home in the middle of the day when he suddenly heard strange noises coming from somewhere nearby. Okay. Naturally, he grabbed his camera and went to investigate.
Already with the clickbait, right? Already with the clickbait.
That's when things took a terrifying turn.
Let's see. Clean your room before you do
the door's rattling again. So I'm just going to go and open it. Yeah.
What was that?
Mate, I'm not joking. What the hell was that?
Let's break this down. Nothing happened. Dude's an idiot. Debunked.
You see?
There was something looking around the corner.
No, there wasn't.
Right. What the actual...
No, there wasn't. Wait, maybe there was. Hold on. Okay, no. That was not... Why even include this one? There's nothing looking around the corner, bro.
He spots something truly unsettling. What appears to be a shadowy figure briefly peering at him. His girl, as he cautiously nowhere to be to deny that something was.
That was the dumbest one.
Remains a complete mystery. Some just a very convincing optical illusion.
Nothing there.
But if this was faked, it's done subtly enough to leave room for doubt. So what do you think is going on here?
Hold on.
Paranormal activity.
Before you try and trick me with this shit, get a better camera. That's all I'm gonna say. Debunked.
Or just a trick of the light.
Alright, number one.
In May of 2025, a woman named Melody Rose posted a TikTok.
Y'all can't see her face? Hold on, let me see. Damn.
Explaining that she just received a bouquet of flowers that mysteriously showed up at her house. No note, no sender, no explanation.
That was for me.
But while she's casually telling the story,
W-Mans, that was me. W-Mans.
Something seriously eerie unfolds in the background.
And I got these flowers. Boom. They're dying. I know. That's not weird because it's me. Okay? They die. No note.
If you look closely at the 15-second mark, a terrifying face appears in the upper left corner of the door frame. It's subtle, but once you see it, it's impossible to ignore.
Dude, that's just...
After viewers pointed it out...
Bro, that's just like... That's just camera stuff, dude. Dude, these are whack, bro. Give me something good. What about this one? Dude, these scary comp ones, they're actually scary.
It's worth mentioning that the following video features a doll. So if you plan on sleeping tonight, you'll probably want to skip this one.
Whoops.
Now the video itself doesn't have much info. It seems to have been shot years ago, as the quality of the footage isn't exactly 4K. But it's what happens in the video that makes up for the lack of quality, for what's captured on camera is pretty unsettling. The video starts off with a child who seems very excited over the fact that the camera on which this video had been recorded is finally working after failing to turn on for a while. Enthused that the camera is now functioning, the child excitedly tells her mother about this while recording her.
There we go.
The child then goes on to tell their sister about this. However, it's what happens next that has left viewers of the video disturbed. Take a look.
Dude, how were how is the camera quality this bad? I feel like when cameras were first invented, the quality was better than this shit right here. Tell me I'm wrong. Dude, it's actually the worst camera quality I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck? That was crazy. That was crazy.
Behind the child's sister, the head of a doll that's placed on top of a dresser turns on its own.
All right, let's
and it doesn't
explain
move
that.
just slightly, as though small vibrations.
This one's pretty easy to debunk. You know those Cinderella toys that like spin? This head is just set on top of one of those. Easy. Debunked.
Had caused this, but rather turns its head almost completely around before stopping to look at the camera directly at its lens.
Easy
But
debunk.
Even more unsettling is the fact that it turned its head after the child repeatedly asked his sister to turn around and look at the camera. Because of this, viewers find this video to be evidence of something paranormal. According to them, a certain entity attached to the doll's head had thought the child was calling out to them, when in fact, the child was actually calling out to their sister. Now of course, as with most videos, this is purely speculative. It isn't obvious as to what exactly had caused the doll's head to move, but as always, I'll let you come up with your own ideas.
Dude.
Had something paranormal been caught on camera, or was something else caught instead? Feel free to let me know what you think.
I'll let you know what I think. I think that that was just a doll's head placed on a rotating toy. Easy. Nothing paranormal.
Facebook users Juan and Nicole are a married couple who've been experiencing strange activity at home. It wasn't too long ago when the couple had posted a video of what many viewers consider to be the most active poltergeist activity caught on camera. Yet prior to this video, Juan and Nicole had a similar experience in a different house. And it's because of this previous encounter that many believe that the married couple are being followed by something.
We've seen this one.
To be more specific, viewers believe that a malicious entity of some sort has been haunting the two wherever they go. Although it's not clear if the couple also believes this, they have no doubt in their mind that the following incident deals with something paranormal.
Wait, I'm gonna grab a drink.
According to the couple,
Razor, keep the chat entertained. All right, we're back.
they were watching a scary movie with a friend inside their living room when all of a sudden, strange things began to occur. It was after this incident that they looked over the footage caught by their security camera to make sense of what occurred that day. But it seems that watching this footage has only left them even more disturbed. Midway through the footage, the friend claims to have seen the stuffed bear on the couch move on its own. He points this out to the couple, who in responding the stuffed bear disturbed.
Did it?
Midway through the footage, the friend claims to have
I didn't see it. I didn't see it move. Hold on. 1, 2. There's 3 of them.
Even more.
Who's recording them right there?
Day.
Who's recording them?
But it seems that watching this footage,
who's recording them?
Left them.
If there was only 3 of them and they're rewatching the footage, it looks like they're freshly rewatching the footage. There was a 4th person involved.
I'm even more disturbed. Midway through the footage, the friend claims to have seen the stuffed bear on the couch move on its own. He points.
And what a delayed reaction if the bear did move, because there was about like 1 to 2 seconds where we didn't see anything happen with that bear, and Buddy's just now reacting.
This out to the couple, who in response tells him that he's probably just seeing things. But then, after shrugging it off to being nothing, the following happens. This is what was caught.
No, mijo, esto tenemos que subirlo, esto, mijo, uy, si es que hay alguien que sabe de estas cosas, que nos ayude.
Yo me quiero ir.
No. Mira, la sombra blanca, ¿sí la viste?
Sí, pero no. Ahí yo fue que ya comencé a sentirme mal.
¿Por qué?
Porque mira, a ver, eso yo sí lo vi claramente, así, de reojo. Oye, ¿por qué te... Mira, sí,
uy,
sí vi.
That's the person that's recording them, the 4th person.
Eso sí.
Yo no sabía por dónde ir, te lo juro.
Yo no sabía qué era, yo pensaba que era.
Behind the couch where the friend had sat, a shadow-like figure can be seen on camera for a split second.
And what were they reaching down at? Right?
Couch.
Look it. What are they reaching down at? What are they reaching for? If there's not a person back there, what are they reaching for? They would have saw nothing.
Behind the couch where the friend had sat, a shadow-like figure can be seen on camera for a split second before quickly disappearing behind the sofa.
Yeah, that's the 4th person.
Not sure as to what they'd seen, they began to look around for the mysterious figure, but then, as they search around, the strangest thing happens.
Es que estábamos con la luz del televisor, claro, como que estuviéramos en el cine.
And what are they digging behind the couch for? Like, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Like, what are you digging around the couch for? That's explainable. Fishing string. More fishing string. What I'm telling you, bro. The 4th guy sounds like an older gentleman, maybe in his 40s. What do 40-year-old men like to do in their time off? Based on the layout of this apartment, I'm going to guess they're probably in Florida or somewhere near the water. I don't know why, that's just the vibe I'm getting. They're somewhere near the water. Hardwood floors. You wouldn't have carpeted floors if you're near the water. Okay? So I think hardwood floors, you're near the water.
No.
So Buddy likes to fish. So they had the genius idea, let's hook up some fishing string to a bunch of objects and trick our audience into thinking that some paranormal shit's happening.
Yo no aguanto un día
más. ¿Sí ves la luz que pasa por ahí?
La puerta de alguien como la tenía trancada.
Let's see how it looks outside.
¿Sí ves? Ahí pasa.
Truck. I don't get too much information from this. It's not a lot of information about this. Not enough information. I mean, a motorcycle, I'm going to assume that's typically sunny. Again, it just leads me to think that they're close to the water.
Uy, hasta el cuadro, Dios mío santo. Oye, pero ¿por qué se cayó todo?
No sé, ahí nosotros nos fuimos, nosotros no nos íbamos a quedar ahí.
Mira lo que pasó ahí, Mira eso.
Okay, so if that dude was inside, So there's a fourth guy. We know that. If he was inside, how did the door close like that? Let's watch it back. Where did the girl go?
Oye, pero ¿por qué se cayó todo?
No sé, ahí nosotros nos fuimos, nosotros nos íbamos a quedar ahí.
And the door's kind of moving right now.
Oye, pero ¿por qué se cayó todo?
No sé, ahí nosotros nos fuimos, nosotros nos íbamos a quedar.
The door's moving a little bit. Maybe there's fishing string on the outside, and when they're running around the corner, their feet are like touching the string and it's like moving a little bit. And then the lady picks it up, slams it shut.
Mira lo que pasó ahí, mira lo que pasó ahí. Mira eso.
No sé si hay algo o alguien que nos está haciendo asustar, pero te lo juro que yo ya no aguanto.
And then that fourth guy is still inside with fishing string attached to shit, so.
Mira, ahí está las luces.
All of a sudden, things inside the living room began to move on their own.
Oh, wait. That one was kind of hard to explain. That was an empty Gatorade bottle. What if someone was on the side of the couch where the door is crouching down and just shut it from the bottom? Okay, I would think that, but we got to go back here. When someone slapped the ground from this side of the couch. So they're on they're on the other side of the apartment. Obviously, this guy's reaching down as if something's there. That's how I know that there's somebody back there. So I'm trying to figure out how this water bottle went flying. Okay, I have an idea. He's behind the couch. There's fishing string behind the water bottle, and when he pulls it like this, it stretches the string and hits the Gatorade bottle. So let's go forward and see.
All of a sudden, things inside the living room began to move on their own. It was at this moment that they fled out of the house.
There's a lot to debunk on this one, but we're breaking it down.
The dangerous activity that was happening inside. What happened then, after the door had closed on its own, has left them baffled.
La sangre de Cristo tiene poder.
Easy to explain.
¿Por qué no se pusieron a orar?
Cambiémonos de casa.
Tienen que orar. No, eso de ley, eso de ley.
Easy.
Uy, pero ese peluche, Dios mío.
Mira, como que lo están jalando, ¿sí ves?
Es como que se para de cabeza, ¿qué?
Ese es el peluche que te regaló Juanca. El que tú dañaste, ¿verdad?
Mira, ¿sí viste lo que pasó aquí? ¿Sí viste?
Ahí pasa.
Sí.
It's all being pulled from the same spot. Like if the leg moved and then the head moved and then the arm moved, it's like, okay, I don't think that they tied string to that many things. But since it's just like the arm moving on the bear and it's one part of the bag moving, the bottle's not moving anymore. Yeah. This was set up, debunked. But he's just pulling string.
As stated before, viewers believe that something paranormal had occurred. But even more unsettling is the belief that something is haunting the married couple regardless of where they live.
Debunked.
Until more footage is released by the couple, it seems that this belief will stay at that, just a belief. Although it's not clear as to what exactly was caught on camera, the video is still nonetheless pretty creepy.
Easy, that one was easy. That one was easy to debunk. Number 5, what's next, baby?
The following photo was submitted by Taylor P.I., who writes, "Here's a photo that I found online. There's little to no information on the photo, except for a small caption that reads, 'A young man takes a photo behind an old building and gets photobombed by someone inside.' Even though the caption implies that a person had photobombed the picture, it looks nothing like a person. I don't know, but it seems more like a ghost than a human to me."
Okay.
Here's the photo that Taylor's referring to.
Look, sometimes our mind will jump to things, like we'll see things that aren't there because our mind thinks that we see it, right? That's nothing, bro. That's probably just a brick wall, part of a spray painting. That it could be like a torn up poster. Like, again, when you have quality this bad, like give me something 4K and then have me break it down. But shit like this, bro, that's just like old newspaper on a wall on an old abandoned building that's just been water damaged and torn up, bro.
Now, given that the caption states that the photo was taken in front of an old building, it might be the case.
By the way, what's the point of taking a picture of yourself anywhere in the world when it looks like this? Like, who is this? Who is that? I can't tell.
That something other than a person had been caught in the photograph. But as always, what do you think?
But as always,
could this be evidence of something paranormal? Or is this simply a random stranger inside the building who photobombed the picture?
I think it's wet.
With very little information, it seems that this question will remain unanswered. What exactly had been caught in this photo?
Water damage poster, bro. Yo, no
Facebook
need to be
user
screeching in
Meg
my ear
Wolfgang
like that.
had posted the following video in the hopes that someone could explain the strange occurrence that is seen in the footage. Meg was playing with her kittens when something pretty creepy was caught on camera. During the time of this recording, she didn't notice it. It was only after looking back at the footage that she realized that something unsettling was caught on camera. Meg writes, "I wanted to post this video I've had for quite a few years now and get others' opinions. In the video, which was recorded by myself in about 2008, maybe 2009 originally, there is a dresser not even half an inch raised off the ground, in which something reaches out from under, stealing the kitten's toy, and with audio on it that says what sounds like 'leave me' at the same time."
Already, this one sounds like it might be a little bit difficult to break down, but you guys already know we're gonna debunk it.
When I originally recorded the video, I didn't hear or see anything. The following is the video she took.
Orange cat energy. I dig it. Okay. You know what that was? It was another cat. Debunked, baby. Debunked. What are you doing playing with me? This, dude, these are so easy to debunk. That was another cat. The cat's name that's under the dresser is probably name is like Lynxie or something like that. And the person that's recording this saw that the cat swiped at the baby cat. It's probably the mama cat. These look like two baby cats. So that was probably mama cat or daddy cat swiping at the baby. And she called out the cat's name because she's like, oh, that's Lynxie. You know what I'm saying? So
beneath the dresser, there appears to be something hiding inside. It's hard to make out what this is, but according to Meg, she can't shake the thought of this being a physical manifestation of something supernatural. Given the strange motion of whatever this is, including its odd appearance and the faint whispering that is heard in the background, most viewers agree with Meg that something supernatural had been captured. But, as with most videos, I'll let you come up with your own opinion. For now, Meg's video remains a mystery. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos.
Why is it cutting so much?
444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
Number 3.
The following video was taken by Jonathan Valink, who works at a factory at an
We've already seen these ones too, by the way. Let's go watch another one. We've already reacted to it. These are on my YouTube as a video already.
On August 4th of 2023, two friends break into a church that many people, including neighbors, are afraid of.
Yo, the skipping has got to stop. It's just a video. There's no way that you can't handle it.
They had shut down the chapel for unknown reasons, but some believe that it might have been due to the fact that strange things were happening inside. The local priest has transferred over to another church after publicly stating that unforeseen circumstances have left the church no choice but to close its doors indefinitely. One night, two friends decide to visit the chapel with the intent of breaking in. It's been closed down for 3 months, and they couldn't help themselves from seeing what was left inside. But little did they know that this was a bad idea. Take a look.
Okay. This place has been abandoned for like 3 months, I think.
Oh my god, yes. Okay. Let's go. Yep.
sharing the stream again. Real quick, comment down below what you guys think they're about to find. Well, I send the stream to a couple people. A couple brodies. Let's say... Comment what you think they're going to find inside. What are your predictions? I'll play a little bit more of it so you can see.
There's a light on. It smells. The light's the everlasting light. It's in every church. It's always supposed to be on. It's cold. It's freezing, actually.
Freezing, probably because it's cold outside and there's no, this place has been abandoned for 3 months. There's no sort of AC or anything. So there you go. That's already something. But I don't need to sound like an asshole when I explain this stuff. My bad. Let me calm down.
Oh. Oh.
What is that? Maggots? Ew.
Oh my god, it smells. Oh my god. I'm trying to step
Send. Send. What the fuck is going on?
Boy. That was disgusting. What the f? Let's go upstairs.
Give me that. What's your face?
Dude, you gotta be quiet. What the f?
There we go. So far, nothing scary's happened.
Oh my god. These things are everywhere.
Nothing scary. Well, I mean, besides maggots being everywhere, but that, like, you can explain that. This place has been abandoned for a few months. A raccoon probably got in when it was like sick or something. And it died, and flies and maggots. I mean, it's nothing haunted so far.
It's cold as hell.
Let's see.
No, I hear something.
I don't care what you say, bro. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear anything. That's a cute little dollhouse.
Take care.
I heard something.
Get out.
Dog, if they were really hearing stuff and they were really scared of something, they wouldn't be climbing into a child's dollhouse in the middle of it, right? All right, let's just keep that in mind.
I know you did too.
Yeah. Take this calendar.
Okay.
I don't know.
What was it?
I don't know what the There's something.
Let's break that down. Let's break that down. My immediate thoughts, they were saying it's really cold inside. Let's replay that. Let me see something.
There's something.
Yeah. Okay. So look, that's what I thought. We're gonna slow this down. Check it out. Watch the balls on the ground. They're saying it's really cold inside. This place looks like the messiest area of all of it. I'm thinking there's a door or a window open, and they're saying it's really cold because it's probably cold outside and windy. Watch the balls blow, pause, as the door closes. This was just a strong gust of wind. These balls are not heavy. This door is not heavy. You could blow on it with your lips and it would close. Pause. Watch the balls. It's hard to see. Did you see it? Watch the balls. The balls also moved. Ah!
He closes on it.
Okay. That was just a strong gust of wind. Tell me I'm wrong. If you tell me I'm wrong, you're banned.
Its own. In a panic frenzy, both friends run away in full terror. They have no clue as to how the door closed on its own. But even weirder are the whispers that they heard before entering the playroom.
Dog, dude, I'll tell you, dude. I don't hear whispers. Like maybe you hear, but that's not whispering, bro. Like, it's just not. Like, it's just not.
Viewers have noted that if you listen closely, it kind of sounds like children whispering or people who are praying. Either notion seems understandable, as this incident occurred inside a church with a playroom center. But further adding to the strangeness of this place is the slew of insects on the floor. From worms to other bugs, a pile of dead insects stretches across the carpet. Not much else is.
They probably still do maintenance on the place because they might have plans to like sell it or do something different with it so that people swept all the bugs that are in there. And look, there's probably a hole in the building or something, and that's how these animals are getting in. And then the animals are dying inside of this building and decaying. And then when the people come and clean it, they got to sweep all these bugs into one area. It's nasty, bro. It's just that's what I think's happening.
Known about this place or the video itself, but I'll let you come up with your own conclusions on this footage. Had the church closed down because it was haunted? Or is there a possible explanation for all that happened? Let me know what you think.
Also, no demons are gonna haunt the church, bro. That's like God's house. You gotta be one ballsy demon to just be like, you know what? Of all the places to haunt, let's go fuck up a church. God's house. Nah, it just doesn't happen. Let me fix this. It just doesn't happen, bro. On to the next. Debunked.
In the following video, a band is getting ready to play in front of an audience by giving a small speech about their music and how the band came to be. It appears that this whole event is a goodbye party for the band, as this will be their last show ever. Now the start of this video seems completely normal. However, only minutes later, something happens that leaves everyone feeling very unsettled. What happens in it is just downright creepy.
Okay.
Take a look.
Let's see.
Pero pues cuando entraron a la universidad, pues ya se deshizo el grupo, se mantuvieron un tiempo, pero no se pudo después. Y ya, pues ahorita me llegaron con esto de que casi que la última tocada.
Okay, so far it's pretty normal. Rock on, baby! Okay, you already 8 times speeded, now you're 5 times speeding it. Like, just get to the point. That was creepy. That one got me. I know this is just a person. It's not haunted. That one got me.
As the band plays a song,
This one is pretty creepy though. I know it's just a person. They're pretty creepy. Let's see it.
Someone or something.
Okay.
Can be seen in the background.
Okay. Trying to break this down. So this is a party. Right? It's a party. Maybe people are dressing up. This is just one of the people that are dressing up. Maybe all this space in front of them is taken up. This might be a shorter lady. A shorter lady who dressed up. You know, she had like maybe clown makeup on. And they probably had an event that included water or something. And it washed away her makeup. So now her makeup's all fucked. And she doesn't have room to watch the band because she's too short, or she just wanted a closer view. And there's not enough room in this front area, so she went around to watch them from this angle.
This mysterious figure appears out of nowhere behind a TV while seemingly watching the band play.
That's
Even
what it is.
stranger is that whatever this was doesn't appear on camera till much later in the video. It's as though they or it was hiding from sight before somehow appearing
Also,
out of thin air.
Really bad camera quality makes it look a lot scarier.
But according to viewers, there's something else about this figure that's even creepier. If you look closely, you'll see that whatever this is hiding in a very tight space between the TV and the wall behind it. If this had been an actual person, then this must have been the slenderest individual ever seen, as otherwise they would
Which
not—
goes back to my point. This was a small person who wasn't able to see or experience the band's last show from because there's too many people or too many tables or too much going on in the front row, so she had to go around. That's my theory. Debunked.
had been able to fit in a space that small. To this day, it's still unknown as to what exactly was captured, but whether person or ghost, there's no doubting that whatever this was has got to be the stuff of nightmares.
Debunked. On to the next one.
On June 23rd of 2023, a man named Pablo Dosdor was exploring the woods with his dog.
Let's go,
when
Pablo!
all of a sudden, they see a strange-looking building in the distance. Pablo and his dog approach this mysterious building that, for whatever reason, was built in the middle of nowhere. They get really close to the place before—
Dude, if I had the funds, I would build my house in the middle of nowhere. That's not creepy. I just don't want to be around people. I want my privacy.
Suddenly stopping dead in their tracks. Pablo can't explain it, but he can't shake the feeling that something ominous resides within this building. Now, the video that Pablo took was actually taken a few days after he came here. He was here before, and the video he took during his initial visit has left him wondering if this place might be haunted
1898.
or cursed.
Dude, 1898 was 100 years before I was born. I was born in 1998. Wow.
Encontramos una escalera. Vamos a ver si podemos acceder.
Now, it's worth mentioning that not once in any of Pablo's previous explorations has the camera malfunctioned, except here. Although it could be a coincidence, the following video has left him convinced that something supernatural resides within this place.
Just
on his second
coincidence.
visit, something happened that left him pretty spooked.
Show
Take
me.
a look.
We're about to debunk it. So already, let's break this down. He's been there one time already. He probably went there the first time and was like, yo, this would probably make for like a good video. Like we could probably set something up to make it scary. So let's see what's about to pop up with that in mind.
Vamos. Oh, wow. Pequeña espina.
I got a huge thorn for you.
Cairaco.
Sorry, I don't know
Caira.
what.
Ah, bueno. Tenemos una escalera.
Bro, ain't it crazy how dogs can just walk through thorns like they're nothing? I think that's pretty crazy. Anyway. W dog. Looks like a husky German. Husky? Yeah, that's a husky, ain't it? Maybe a husky German mix. The tail says husky. The face kind of says German Shepherd.
Definitivamente se nota que era. Bueno,
I wouldn't enter it. I would not enter a building like that.
Wow.
Like a cathedral.
Draco, vení. Bueno, definitivamente no quiere entrar. Es por algo. Vení, Draco.
Dog's like, dude, get out of there.
Realmente me siento como bastante acelerado el pulso. Hay una energía definitivamente fuerte. Draco, vení, él me sigue todo. Vení, entra. Eso.
Dude, okay, so that dog probably senses the day. Like, that building will collapse. Like, that building could collapse on you, gang. Like, that's what the dog's afraid of.
No, 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 no. Bueno, me voy acá. Me voy acá. Me voy acá porque no. Me estoy empezando a sentir bien.
This abandoned building, which apparently is an old church, has left not only Pablo unsettled, but his dog as well. Draco, the dog's name, seems hesitant to go inside. Initially, Draco is seen walking about without any problems, but for some reason, the inside of this church scares him. Pablo even states that something about this place doesn't sit well with him. The legend is true, as he states, the church is haunted. Now fast forward to a few days later, and Pablo is back at this place during the nighttime. Draco is also with him.
What? Dude, this place made you feel sick, so your thought is to come back next time when it's dark outside?
But just like before, something happens that Pablo can't seem to explain. Watch.
Why is he stomping up the stairs, bro? Let's see what's going on here now.
Poco nervioso.
A little nervous, so to speak. It's just eerie, but I mean, could have brought a better flashlight.
Vení, Draco, vení. Draco, por fin subió. Vení. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué no querés estar acá? Vení. ¿Qué hay? Draco.
See what happens.
Draco, vení.
So then, could it be that Draco is sensing something frightening or ominous? Or
bro, it's just that it's a dangerous building to be in. The dog knows that. Like, they could sense that type shit.
Or is something else causing him to act this way? Just what exactly was making Draco so afraid?
Debunked. On to the next one. There was nothing even paranormal about that.
A rancher is viewing footage from a CCTV camera when he notices something very peculiar. The rancher says he was woken up late at night after hearing a loud noise coming from one of the corrals.
Okay.
He promptly rushed over to see what had caused the noise and saw that the animal pen had been destroyed.
Wow.
Confused as to how this happened, he looked over at the footage from his security camera and was shocked by what he saw. His animals can be seen trampling over the fence as if running away from something. He then looks further back into the footage to see how this happened, but what he sees terrifies him.
Let's see.
Take a look.
We're about to debunk this one, baby. Play that back, slow
A small,
motion.
shadow-like figure can be seen moving inside the pen, causing the animals to freak.
Couldn't have been a coyote. Couldn't have been another horse. It was something that spooked the animals. Okay. There's lights right here. that don't seem to correlate with these. These must be building lights. This looks like a vehicle light, how it's projecting light forward like this. If that's the case, my immediate thoughts are somebody is trying to steal the horses, and the horses got spooked and the guy jumped the fence and started moving around. That's my immediate thoughts. Let's see.
Out. It seems that whatever this was unfamiliar to the livestock and thus causing them to panic. Now, where this video came from is unknown, but the footage itself is a mystery. What could possibly have frightened the animals so badly that they had to leave?
Yeah, that's what I think. Somebody was trying to steal one of his horses, like a good horse, and spooked him, and then he got spooked and dipped out, and that's what that light is up there. That's a car.
Panic frenzy.
Debunked. On to the next one.
This next video was recorded by a security guard who was looking over at the security cameras inside a factory when he noticed something very strange. Somewhere inside this factory, a welder is working alone, but there's something about him that doesn't seem right. The security guard takes a closer look at the footage and immediately starts to feel uneasy. After watching this incident on the camera feed, he quickly calls over the welder to look at this video and explain what was happening in this clip. But just like the night guard, the welder was left completely baffled. He had no idea as to what was captured. Now, this video took place during the night shift, which makes this incident twice as creepy. Nobody else had been working at this factory except the welder, but according to him, another welder who had the day off had come by to visit him. They had talked for just a bit before the night guard called over the welder to look at this footage. But after watching the video, the welder was left speechless. This is what was caught.
I don't see anything. You gonna have to zoom in or something, brother. Did bro just shake somebody's hand? Is homie shaking someone's hand? This guy just doesn't get enough sleep. He's really tired. That's all it is. Whoops. How did I mute it? What button muted it? What button? What? Go home and get some sleep.
As it turns out, the other welder who had dropped by to say hi wasn't actually there. The welder, who's seen on camera, swears that he saw the other worker in full uniform, as though he was ready to work. They had even shaken hands, according to him. But when looking at the footage, no one appears to be there. Although pretty strange, this incident gets a whole lot stranger after hearing what happened to the worker who apparently had the day off. To their shock, the factory had received news that this worker had passed away in his own home. His cause of death remains unknown, but knowing that he died on the same day this occurrence took place has left the welder feeling spooked. Could it be that the spirit of the welder's friend had paid him a visit during his shift? Or could this whole incident be explained by something else? As with all videos, there has yet to be a definitive.
This was kind of tough to debunk. Honestly, look how late it is. He's the only one there. Buddy works overtime. Buddy works hard. I get it. I respect it. But he needs some sleep. I think that he was just seeing things, and it just so happened to be that the coworker passed away as well at the same night. Honestly, that's what it was.
Answer to this question.
Number 3. Debunked. On to the next
It's
one.
late at night when two nurses at a children's hospital encounter something pretty spooky. They had just finished checking on their patients when one of them begins to act nervous. Seeming a bit scared, they walk out into the hallway and proceed to stare at something. The other nurse follows along to see what it is that they're seeing. What happens next inside this children's hospital is creepy to say the least. Watch.
¿Qué pasa? No. Salí de la pieza de las 4, no sé, mi esposo cuando salí tenía...
It's not scary.
Cuando vine para acá, se me empezó a pegar, boludo. Me pegué un cagazo y ahora lo veo.
Pero esa es la estática, boludo. Pero está
¿Qué
lejos.
estática? Está viniendo para acá.
Ay, la
pelotuda.
concha de la lora. La pibita de la camacita me dijo que le...
Bro, it's just a balloon that doesn't have much, like the helium's dying out in it, and it's just floating low to the ground. That's all it is.
Tocaron la
Obviously, there's air conditioning and shit in this building.
pierna, que le apretaron la pierna. Ay, mierda, se viene para acá.
Pero se viene para acá, pelotuda. No. ¿Está prendido el aire algo?
¿Qué sé yo? Sí, creo que sí.
Tomátelo. Vamos para adentro,
me
boludo.
fui a la mierda, la
No, la
concha de
concha
la
de
lora. Ahí está. Que
Asomate,
pase
boludo.
largo, boludo.
¿Ves?
Okay, if it goes in the room.
Concha de la lora. ¡Ay, la puta que te parió!
Ah. Okay. The only thing that would make sense with it being like going into the room. Okay, actually, let's break this down. Doors are open, right? The wind is blowing this way. Okay? The balloon is following the airflow. With the door being open like that, the wind will hit the door and go in. Because the air will bend around. It doesn't just keep going straight. Right? It builds up behind on the back of the door and it creeps around and goes inside. That balloon is already close to the edge of that door, so it got caught by the wind that's going inside that room. And that's why it looks like the balloon is going inside. That's why the balloon went inside, was because it's just following the airflow. That's just how the airflow works.
Ay, la concha de la lora. ¡Ay, la puta que te parió!
Yeah, that's what it was.
Down the hall, a small balloon can be seen making its way towards the nurses. It moves in a straight path before somehow making a turn inside the nurses' room. Not sure what else to think, the nurses believe that this might have been the spirit of a child as they work at a children's hospital. Both nurses even say that early on, strange things were happening. From a patient who claims that something had touched their leg, to the male nurse who says that the same balloon was following him around. They believe that something paranormal had occurred. But as with most videos, you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera, or was it something else? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out, and
Alright, debunked, on to the next one.
There's a place in Scotland known as Clune Park Estate,
That's
where many
beautiful.
people who've been here say that something about this place
Oh, I would love
disturbs
to go
them.
to Scottsdale, Scotland, whatever they said, right?
Clune Park Estate, where many... There's
Scotland.
a place in Scotland known as Clune
I would love to go to Scotland, bro. Scotland's so beautiful.
Park Estate, where many people who've been here say that something about this place disturbs them. Whether it's the abandoned school located in the center of this town, or the Gothic-style church next door, people can't help but feel a strange presence when coming here. This location was once a thriving community back in the early 1920s, before people started leaving the area only a few years later. The reasons as to why they left are various, but given the conditions of this place, it appears that it was no longer habitable.
That's beautiful. I love that.
However, there's a certain belief among some
not so
people
beautiful.
who think there's another reason why they left. This area, according to them, is haunted. Knowing this, two friends decide to visit this place during the nighttime in the hopes that something creepy will happen while being there. Although initially, nothing out of the ordinary happens when they first arrive. It's what happens.
Aiming flashlights at windows like that in the dark, scariest shit ever. I'll never do it.
Happens later that spooks them to their core. The two friends are inside an abandoned flat when this is captured.
Hold on, already. Abandoned flat, homeless. Homeless people. I mean, you could tell by, look how dirty it is. Like, homeless people, like, they don't typically, like, this is just the situations with the homeless. So, like, already I'm thinking, like, it's nighttime too. The homeless are trying to sleep. Sometimes I assume that they'll probably try to scare you out because this is their only place to sleep. And if you know that there's people in there sleeping and stuff, you may call the cops and then they'd have to move. So like the only option is for them to scare you out of there, so you won't want to go back. And like, I don't know. I'm just trying to break this down based off what I got so far. But let's see. already.
Hello? Isn't it? Hello? Yo.
Just people trying to sleep, bro. Get out of there.
Hello? Yo. Go upstairs, dude. Hello?
Why go upstairs? If someone's chasing you and they mean you harm, why go upstairs? Go downstairs.
What is that?
Oh, I thought they was about to jump out the window. Yeah. So I work with homeless. I work with the homeless here in my area. And this kind of like, you see that the mess that they have, it's because they're not given like the, you know, they don't have like a trash to bring out to a dumpster and throw into the dumpster. And when you're so used to like living like in the woods and stuff without like the, you know, necessities that the average person probably has, like this is just kind of the situation that you end up in. Like you leave your trash everywhere. You're not very high, you know, you don't have very good hygiene, and that's not their fault. It's just like, it's just kind of the pattern that they've fallen into because they were basically forced to. And it's hard to like stay clean, stay neat, and keep your house all, you know, neat and organized and clean when it's not your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's kind of, this is kind of what I'm feeling right now. This is a homeless site where people are trying to sleep and they're trying to scare these people out who are walking around with flashlights and recording.
Is that downstairs?
What that is, it doesn't sound like a bang. It sounds like a dresser or something being moved. I think that there's some people in a room trying to, you know, they don't know if this is cops or not. So they're trying to move a dresser in front of the door so that nobody goes into their room and kicks them out. So they can just keep staying there.
Hello? There's someone down there, bro. How can you? I'm confused. Huh? In that room?
That one sounded more like a thump.
Hello? What are we hearing?
Also, that could be like an animal inside the walls. Like that's also a possibility.
Hello?
The two friends immediately freeze upon hearing a strange sound coming from downstairs. They check on the source of the sound, which seems to be coming from inside a room, but strangely, no one or nothing is there to explain it. Now it could be that a squatter was hiding inside and thus making those noises. But early on, before exploring this building, something was caught on camera that neither friend could explain. Take a look.
Let's see.
Isn't it? Future in hand.
I love art, bro.
Oh, that one's open. Yo. You see movement then?
Excuse me.
Move the light. Yo. Yo.
That one's fucking creepy. There's no way that there's a friend who's brave enough to be in that dark ass building on the second floor with no light. Slow-mo. Whoops. What did I just do? Let's check it.
Yo.
That's not a person. I don't know how to debunk this one. What is that? It looks like a skull. Like a skeleton. Yo. We gotta debunk it anyway. What could that have been? It could. Okay, here's what I think. Buddy's upstairs. Turn his light off for a second. That shit's scary to be up there. Second story in a dark building that's abandoned like that, right? They got a buddy upstairs. Okay? And they said it was next to like a church and a school, right? An abandoned church and a school. Maybe they found like an old skeleton thing, like in the science classrooms or whatever that that you see when you're a kid in school, and they brought it over to this building. If this isn't already the school, no, they said it was a flat. So yeah, they brought it over, and I'm just telling you what I think. And they set it up to where like when they opened the window, he had the skeleton right there. Boom, close it, cut the cameras, turn the light on, get the fuck out of there. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Tell me what y'all think. Let's play it again.
Yo.
Boom. Quick second. Let's get this video over with. Let's scare the audience. Skeleton from the school.
Yo. That. Yo.
Inside a window of this building, someone or something is behind a curtain looking at the two friends. Eerily, this mysterious figure hides away after being spotted. But if you look closely, you'll notice that there's something unusual about this figure. Like something out of a horror movie, a very pale face.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. The video quality's bad. This one's kind of tough. This could just be like a doll or something. They're in a flat. I'm gonna stick with my skeleton theory. I hope y'all can agree with that one.
With an eerie appearance can be seen. Both friends see this and are immediately spooked out of their minds. Considering that this place has been abandoned for many years, the question is begged, who or even what was this? Neither friend has any idea as to what was captured.
That was good. That was good. I think that was set up. Debunked. On to the next one.
This last video comes from Blancerella, who says she received the following video.
Is that a man with his kids and his wife? It's so sweet.
From her brother. He sent this video to his family in the hopes that they could explain what was captured. The video starts off with footage of the brother's wife and two children sleeping in bed.
That's so
and out of
sweet.
nowhere, this happens.
This ain't scary. No, keep the kids safe. I would throw some fucking hands with a ghost, bro. I swear to God,
Somehow,
I would.
The child is pulled off the bed by just a few inches. Looking closely, the child's leg can be seen moving in such a way.
How the fuck do we debunk this one? No way they're tying fishing string to a baby's ankle, right? It's late at night. Everyone's clearly asleep. They're not faking that. You can't get a kid to fake being asleep. And when it's already late, because the night vision's on with this camera, and your kids are asleep, because kids aren't going to fake asleep like this. Your instinct, you're not going to plan a video around your kids being asleep, because when those motherfuckers are asleep, you want them to be asleep, or else they're not going to sleep. And that means you're not going to sleep. So there's no way that they set this up. We got to debunk this. We got to figure this out.
As if someone had yanked them. The family who saw this believes that a sinister presence was messing with the child. It's for this reason that some viewers are concerned for the safety of the family. But whether something is haunting them or not, viewers agree that the clip is pretty strange. So then, could it be that the baby had moved on its own? Or was something supernatural responsible for this? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
Honestly, that was paranormal. That was a ghost. The ghost pulled the baby. They got to move out of that house. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see me repurpose this into a video for YouTube, it's going to be on my YouTube channel, my live YouTube channel. It's called Mavericks Live. If you go to YouTube and look up, you know, Maverick HQs, or hit my link tree in my, if you go to my Twitch right now and go to my link tree, you'll see my YouTube and all my other socials there. You can find my YouTube channel there. I have 5 YouTube channels. All the YouTube channels have different type of videos. So if you don't like one channel, you might like the next. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more videos where I debunk some more videos with you guys, let me know. These are really fun to do. I had a lot of fun. I got to get ready to go to class now. And I'm going to record some of that. So if you guys add me on Snapchat, you'll see me, you know, post some videos of me sparring today. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And until next time.